Alright, another day, another VTuber drama. Seems like May is no better for the VTubing scene. Or the VTubing scene, or whatever the heck you wanna call it. So, Rin VTuber Penrose has made this tweet. Notice, due to their association with creators, not the S, whose views strongly conflict with my own, as well as lack of communication from the company on this issue, I have chosen to end my affiliation with GamerSupps. Effective immediately. Thank you for your support. 1.5 million views. So, first of all, if you don't know who Rin Penrose is, she is a now indie VTuber. He used to be a VTuber under Idol Corp. We're gonna get into that a little bit later too. She is a large VTuber who got especially famous thanks to YouTube Shorts. I'm sure you may have seen one or the other YouTube short 1 to 2 years ago of hers. They were amazing. I'm a fan of hers. Or was. I'm not sure anymore what my stance really is on the matter about her. But hey, I really loved her shorts. I really did. They were really, really fun. Really enjoyed them. Either way, to me, what this is pure virtue signaling. Why did you need to make a post about this if you didn't want people to know that you did it because of those reasons? It's literally virtue signaling at its finest. There was no reason to post this. I have posted here. This is generally so disappointing to see for multiple reasons. And we will get into those multiple reasons. We will get into them. Bin Benbos. So, one of the reasons is obviously it's virtue signaling. I'm really sick and tired of all the virtual signalers. For one, we had a joke hat right here. My contract with GamerSupps ended a while ago and I'm in the process of removing all their branding and codes from my platform. I do not want to associate with a few of the creators they sponsor. Great. Why'd you need to tweet that? Or post that? Or whichever. Why'd you need to do that? If not for virtue signaling. Then, there's one now deleted clip. Which, to be fair, take this with a grain of salt. Which, to be fair, was made by the same person who wrote this beautiful, beautiful hit piece on... Who wrote this beautiful hit piece on Kershaw. We talked about this. We have an entire video on this. If you haven't seen that yet, you can find it on my YouTube. Take it with a sea of salt. Sure, take it with a sea of salt, yeah. The thing is, both Grexit and Heavenly have quote retweeted this. What this original post was, and I'll show you why it was deleted too. What this original post was Heavenly Father saying that he is locked into the contract with GamerSupps and he couldn't leave it. It's been a while now. It was on April 5th, so it's been like 2 weeks now-ish. So I might be slightly misremembering it. Again, take it with a grain of salt too. Because it was made by KoAlan. Heavenly quoted that same post and said, "Yo, I don't know who you are, but I'm not here to be your bludgeon for whatever bullshit you're trying to pull. I'm just letting my community feel comfortable with whichever choice they make. You don't speak for me or my community nor my personal politics. Go away." So basically, he didn't want to be used to like further push Anna Valens propaganda. Which is honestly fair. And honestly, respect to them, they did delete it in that sense. I just gotta find it. It was somewhere down here. Right here. Terribly sorry, completely understand and respect what you mean. We'll delete the OP. Respectable. She did go out to delete it. Fair enough. But yet the clip still said that, as well as he has deleted the VOD afterwards. So, you know, take with a grain of salt. Is what I'm saying in regards of that. Because the initial clip, at least to what he said on his stream felt virtue signally as well. And I'm just really, really, really sick and tired of all those virtue signalers, man. I'm just really tired of all of this. Heavenly Father, Common W, don't use someone as a platform to promote your ideas. Yeah, sure. I can understand people who try to sabotage others' livelihoods and sponsorships just because you disagree with their lives, as long as it's not the Triple K or the Funny Mustache Party. I can never understand people who try to sabotage. Oh, yeah. Like, going after someone's livelihood is ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. By the way, let me zoom in on this again. Again, I'm sick and tired with those virtue signalers, man. Either way, so many reasons why we're disappointed. One, first of all, virtue signaling. Second of all, obviously it's disappointing for me, for someone who I used to look up to, who I enjoyed their content of, to be virtue signaling. Then, the same people that are celebrating this in here, right? Like, a lot of people are obviously not being happy about this virtue signal post, but a lot of other people are happy about this. The same people don't know that the company she used to work under, which the only reason that she isn't anymore is because they got bought out, was an Israeli company. Now, personally, I don't have anything against that. But all those virtue signalers do. This is Idle Corp. Idle Corp in 2022. Their very first generation was a Hebrew branch. And in fact, when they did come out, they did get flagged for that. They did. People did give them flag on Twitter for that. But it seems like Twitter has forgotten. Now, again, personally, I don't care. Because I don't think every single person in Israel is a bad person. And just because a person lives in Israel doesn't mean they're a bad person either. I couldn't give less of a shit. But those same people that are applauding her for doing this are the same people that hate anyone in any association with Israel whatsoever. And the only reason that she's an indie now is because the company was bought out in 2024 by a Brave. Wherever that is here. Sorry, can't find it right now. Control F, a Brave. Announced a strategic partnership between them, but they completely bought them out. They don't have any modes, it's all BS. That's what I mean! That's exactly what I mean. What happened? Is Israel now bad or what? I don't care. I think war bad, generally. Right? To me, war bad. That's all for me. What I'm saying is, all these leftist people that are applauding her for standing up for her morals have no idea that the idol company that helped Rin Penrose to fame was an Israeli company. Now, another reason why this post is so disappointing to see is for how vague it is. It is so incredibly vague. It is absolute corporate talk. It's absolutely, completely fucking bullshit vague. Association with creators whose views strongly conflict with my own. What views? As well as lack of communication from company on this issue. What issue especially? I have chosen to add my affiliation with GamerSupps. Effective immediately. Thank you for your support. What should she say? She shouldn't say anything. She doesn't need to post this. She should have not posted this at all. No. GamerSupps, caffeine free or not, you choose. Truly the two-state solution. No! I feel like she was part of that long before the conflict, so don't get the reasoning here. There? Sorry, I don't especially know what you're referring to in that case. I saw one guy saying that he thinks Rin might have had a lot of people pushing her on DMs and that it could be the reason for her to post this. I have no idea about that. Maybe that happened, maybe it did not happen. Who knows? But I think it's a completely no backbone coward kind of situation when you go out and make such a statement. Now, Rin, if you don't know, she's ace. Obviously, she associates with the LGBTQ+ in that case. So, my guess is that this right here, views who strongly conflict with my own, is referring to creators such as Kershaw, such as probably Tectone, such as this. Now, and I do think that it is both about Kershaw and as well Cinder, and Cinder being the lesser evil in those two here in that case. Because it could be somewhat understandable, right? Like, it could be understandable if she left because of Cinder, but the fact that she vague posted this is crazy. The running joke at my high school and college is that the group who makes the most violent misogynist jokes are always the most diverse groups of friends. That's kind of true, though. Who's Kershaw? Kershaw. It's Kershaw. It's a political VTuber. I think leaving because of Cinder would be because of actions and not really views. That's what I think, too. That's why I'm leaning more towards Kershaw and people like that too, because it says whose views I strongly disagree with, as well as lack of communication. She said creators, so it's definitely multiple. Now, I said this is generally disappointing to see for multiple reasons. I've stated my multiple reasons now, and would you look at that? People are already attacking me over that. Whoa, you are so pathetic defending all these racist transphobic threats like Kershaw, Asmongold, Ref, you pathetic bigoted Nazi. First of all, I don't recall when I have ever defended Ref, to be honest. I've defended Asmongold, sure, but I've also said Asmongold had some dumbest opinions. Then there's Kershaw, obviously, who I did defend because people were twisting her words, people were shoving words into her mouth, same like me. And I'm sick and tired of virtue signalers. I'm so sick and tired of all that bullshit. No, I'm not racist. No, I'm not transphobic. I am not homophobic. I don't hate anyone. People can live and let live. I've said this many times. But this is ridiculous. Oh yeah, and obviously I'm also not a Nazi. I hate that I have to specify that. Either way, here's someone who then came to my comments as well. No one cares, man. You and your racist POS nonsense talk is fooling no one. You are a sinking ship, and I hope you get the fallout you deserve for being such a disingenuous and bad person. What racism? Did someone get a rope and hang someone of a different race? A set cause of fire, blah, 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 blah. You don't need to inflict physical harm to be a racist at all. That, true, but yeah. Racism, oh man, you must have some good examples of her saying that people of different race are inferior to her to make a claim like that. Could you share them with me, please? I want to join the moral outrage. Obviously, like, just asking for proof. I'm not going to even entertain the disingenuous defenders here. Who's, like... disingenuous defenders. It's like two people. First of all, someone who took it a little bit to the extreme, and second one, someone who's asking for proof. I'm not going to even entertain the disingenuous defenders here, even while being as charitable as possible. She has been documented literally pushing the Great Replacement theory, which has been debunked by demographers and experts. Let me guess, you insta-block them because you can't have somebody challenging your worldview. Either way, there's more. I'm not going to even entertain it, right? Next, what's disingenuous? Quote where she said it. And I'll be on your side. I'm fully open to be proven wrong. Just provide the seemingly super easy to find quote. And please, don't. I'm not doing your homework at me. You made the claim, back it up. So then, this person comes out and posts this clip, which has already been shown. And I've already stated what my opinion on this is. This clip. Let's play it. Let me tell you why Binted and other people are saying that she believes, like she openly believes in the Great Replacement theory, which is a white supremacist theory. Basically, the theory is that the government is actively chipping in people from the East to replace white people. Now, the reason why people are saying she believes in this one is because she said the government is assisting those people in replacing. people. But is it not a matter of fact, especially here for me, example, in Germany, is it not a matter of fact that we got illegals in the country that are allowed to stay although they got denied asylum? Multiple times even. And with that, the government is in fact assisting it. I don't remember if I said afterward passively assisting it, but it is a form of assistment if they don't do anything against it. As a matter of fact, by letting these people stay in the country, they are assisting them in it. You wanna know something crazy? For a few years now, the most popular baby name in Berlin has been Mohammed. Which I want to come back to say that, yes, that is true. It has been for a few years. Now, this could be for multiple reasons. First of all, obviously, Muslims are, for some reason... No, sorry, not for some reason. Let me rephrase it. Muslims are... let me restate the entire sentence. Muslims are naming a lot of their children Muhammad, because their prophet is called Muhammad. And on the other hand, if you look at it mathematically, it would make sense that a lot of them would be called that in that case. But at the same time, Western people don't want to create a family, don't want a baby because of the economics. And yet, I still think that it's still crazy that it is the most popular name. Even if we look at it mathematically, it's still crazy. Germany opened the gates to many refugees. I feel like that we have way too many refugees. And the issue is illegal refugees, though. If they take in refugees to help others, okay, whatever. But the issue is with people coming into the country over the border, not being allowed here, and still staying in the country when they were denied asylum. Don't speak bad about Muhammad. I'm not speaking bad about Muhammad. I am not. I have actually respect for the religion. I grew up with this religion. I know a lot about the religion. Imagine if instead of Muhammad Jr. they named lowercase what? The German laws are working correctly. The people that should apply them just refuse to. Yeah, I guess so. I'm not entirely 100% sure in regards to that. It's just really annoying that we have so many illegal immigrants that are coming into the country and that are being refused asylum and that they still stay. Either way, let's go on. What else did I say? Let that sink in! Let that Great. Fucking sink in! Yeah, let that sink in. And then you wanna say that the white culture, right? That a German culture is not being replaced? Yeah, you said that. I guess I did say let that sink in, huh? Crazy. Crazy that I would say such a thing. Either way, my point is that there's too many illegal immigrants. That's my entire point. And I don't think it should be controversial. It should not be a controversial opinion to have that. I'm not saying that the replacement theory is a thing. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying the government is actively doing that. And by the way, flash news, Nyla Kershaw. She actually addressed that on her back stream, on the stream where she came back. Duh. But people are pushing this goddamn agenda, left and right. And no one wants to think for them fucking themselves. Can I criticize Kush's trans takes, or does that make me virtue signaling and cringe lol? You can criticize anyone for anything, really. It's a political opinion, so there is going to be division. Well, yeah. No, the one thing I don't agree with kosher with is... And not like generally kosher, it's like... that every trans person would be mentally ill. I don't think so. I don't really want to go more into the topic in regards of like trans and trans rights. I think trans people should be allowed to do whatever they want to, as long as it doesn't harm anyone else. So with anyone else too. Any person ever should be allowed to do what they want to do, as long as they don't harm anyone. And don't shove it down someone else's throat. That's what I think. But hey, apparently I'm being labeled a Nazi and a right-wing grifter for having such a controversial opinion on all of this.
Get cancelled, idiot!
Shut up. Why can't Europeans have a homeland? Every other country has a homeland that is distinctively theirs. Sorry, what do you mean by that? It's been so fun to see one of our own cultures become the minority of the town one grew up in. Yeah, it is. It's sad. And like, bro, I don't know how often I am supposed to state this. I am genuinely not racist. All my siblings, like my stepfather's Palestinian, all my siblings are, in that matter, half Palestinian. My mother is full-on just German, right? I went to a school and most of the class, all of the class was diverse. The entire class was diverse. We had German people, we had Turkish people, we had Arabic people, we had Asian people. So many different ones. And yet, I'm being labeled a Nazi and a racist for nothing. You're not leaves. Had any Jews? Honestly? I don't know. I have no idea if we did in our class. Sweden for Swedes, Finland for Finns, France for French, England for English, Poland for Polish, Italy for Italians. Okay, so I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, having people migrate to the country and being able to live there, right? I think that should be in their right to do if they do it in the correct way. And, like, properly applying to say and all that shit. I think that's completely right. But I also do think that the majority of a country should be the country's actual countrymen. That's what I think. Skyrim for the Nords, oh my god. I don't know, that's like my entire opinion. I'm sick and tired of virtue signaling. I'm sick and tired of people putting things into my mouth. I'm sick and tired of people assuming things just because one thing was said and they interpreted it as another thing. It's disappointing because I used to enjoy Rin's content. This feels very virtue signally. Nothing else really. Nothing else really to say. I'm sick and tired of culture. Well, so am I. I just want people to be able to live, man. Like, Jesus, man. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy, man. I don't know. Nothing else.